What's up, guys? Welcome back once again. It is about time I give you guys some more buggy content. The season is coming up on us awfully quick, so we are out here at the big shop at San Lamo today and doing a bunch of work on Joe's truck, taking an assessment of this car, what it's going to need for wiring. We're waiting on a few things for this car, but I'm going to take you over and show you guys Joe's truck. I know I've showed it a couple times in some videos, but here is his insert year right here. Ford Ranger slash F100 or whatever it is. This is an ex-Baja truck. You know what? Let's go ask Joe real quick what's the details on the truck so I don't get it wrong and you guys don't flame me. All right, so I'm grabbing Joe. He's going to come over here. So what's the history on this thing? I know it's what year is it?
1979 Class 8 race truck that raced the Baja 1000. In 1980 is a Coors Light team from Arizona, and the rock crawler Campbell's dad built the truck.
Okay, so you guys, I knew he would know it. And then motor in it is a World Industries?
No, it's a 423-inch 13-to-1 dart block.
Dart block. World Industries Dart, same company.
Should be 700 plus to the tires.
So we should be able to fire that thing up next week. We're just about done with the wiring on that. Joe's excited. I'm really excited. This thing's been a long time coming. I want to walk you guys through it and show you, maybe help Joe talk about what Mike did for him over at King.
Yeah, so Mike made me vintage King shocks, old school ones. I'm supposed to get old school stickers too.
That's awesome. I'm going to jump underneath and show him. Yeah.
Yeah, look at that.
That is friggin' awesome. So what trans is this? A 4L80?
4L80, 1-ton automatic.
Nice.
With a 400 or 4,000 stall
And-
with the computer.
And I was just underneath there wiring, and I saw that's a billet stall converter. It's a billet torque converter in this thing too. It's badass. You guys can see the shifter and stuff. Most of the interior is done. We're working on the air conditioning, and I'm doing wiring. But here's the front Kings. Just freaking killer, you guys. Air conditioning, obviously, because we're in Arizona, and this thing is going to be freaking rowdy. So I'll bring you guys along with me when we get this thing fired up next week. Joe takes it on his little maiden voyage and lights the tires up down the street. But that's it on the truck for right now, guys. I'm just, continuing wiring and getting the AC lines made. Drag shafts here ready to go in. They're working on the rear disc brakes. Then we're going to move on. I think I showed you guys this before. This is Kenny Burns' car from the transmission shop. Joe's just doing some fab work for him here. We've got our buddy Ricky's car here. It is coming along. Holy crap. This thing is moving friggin' fast. They've got all the fuel lines ready to plumb. They've got the radiator and the intercooler mounted. The pump's there. So this thing, probably by the time I finish Joe's truck next week, this will be ready for me to start. And then, yeah, this thing's badass. S4D, Alper Motorsports 416 with a blower. I really love the color. It came out awesome. So I didn't show too much of the fabrication on this car. It was kind of getting done at the same time my car was, actually. But this thing got cut from here. Joe tried to save the old roof and radius it and plug it, and it just, the way the bar came out, it kind of sat weird. So he went ahead and just cut the entire roof off and basically made this thing a San Lamo. At this point, this car's a San Lamo. Added the front bumper, added some bracing in the sides, added the San Lamo steps, San Lamo arms. Tabs look beautiful. This car is going to be friggin' sick. I told you guys the other day, Wedo was going to gut this car for me so I can get it wired. All that wire's out. And this is what came out of it, boys. So, like I asked Joe earlier, what color is the oil pressure sending wire?
Red.
It's red. Yeah, everything red. So, guys, this is a big no-no when you're wiring a car. Don't use the same color. If you have to use the same color, use a marker and mark the wires as to what they are. So.
This came off of.
Oh yeah, and then we got this car, Benji's car. So this arm This little tiny guy just came off of here. And Joe just built some rowdy limo arms for this thing. Especially, I mean, these arms will be stronger than the whole car.
And bypass on the inside.
Yeah, which is...
Hot potato, watch your toes.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's hot. Real
He's
hot.
got to get a picture of
That bolt's gonna be hot too, buddy.
Yes, very aware.
So they're getting ready to take these off. Well, fully weld them, send them off to powder. I think the arms are already. Oh no, he's gonna take them up, and these will go off to powder coat today. Bypasses on the inside, which is a little odd.
Otherwise, I have to make the chassis all morphinized.
Yeah,
So the lightly valve.
lightly valve.
Tube bypass. So super light valve because the car's super light.
Yeah. Joe made the mounts here, so he's going to jump in and finish welding this up. Extended the tabs out here for the arms. So this car is the one that's been fixed and repaired at Glamis Fab a bunch of times. You can see the arm's been welded there, and then we added that. I think I did that out at Glamis. And yeah, so little tiny guys. Joe's got big guys on there. So, and this is that car for the wiring. So I think it's just about finished up. They're waiting on the dash and the hood to come in. And then I've got to fully wire this car as well.
There you go.
Where they deburn these things, getting ready for paint or powder, wherever they're headed. Joe's finishing up welding over there. I know you guys have been dying for some content like this, so. This guy is wicked with a MIG. I'll let them cool, get them deburred, and then off to paint. No powder on these, right? You're going to paint it. Powder coat those, paint the chassis. Sweet. This one tucked away. The transmission, we just got a call that it's done. So they'll probably get this thing back together this week as well. Here's what's left of Weto's car. Pieces. It's off at powder coat right now. So I got to hurry up with mine, or these guys' car's going to be done before mine is. That Crusader that's out there is finished. It's ready to be picked up. So awesome. So I've got a bunch of the taillight wiring pulled in already. I wired these. Ran the wiring over to here. I need to tie all this together and tie it into the taillights. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, get everything tied in, and then I can use my DeWalt battery to test everything now because there's no battery for the truck yet. Joe's gonna get that ordered. So we'll get all these taillights working, everything flashing back here. And because this is Joe Fab's truck, I'm getting super fancy and I'm Deutsch connectoring. Even the taillights are gonna get Deutsch connectored. So we're gonna make it real nice, super fancy for him. Che Bella going back on the lift. A little bit of surgery before the next event. Got about 3 weeks. All right, well, first thing was pretty simple. I took my traction bar off. It had this, it wasn't even really a weight plate. I just welded a metal plate on there to hold my intercooler up. And I switched to this one. So what this is gonna do for me, you see it's got a hole in the side here, and I can fill this full of lead. So if I want to put more weight on the front of the car, I can. This one empty weighs what that one did. And by me getting 50 or 75 pounds more in here, up over these tires, gonna make the car hook up harder. So now I just need to make a spot for the intercooler to come out, but all this is gonna change because we're changing that little guy right there. The little 3584 has served me very, very well. I've gone very fast on that turbo. It's just time for something bigger. One last look at the GT 3584 that has got me into the nines. She served her purpose, but I got to step my game up. So I'm going to show you in just a second what's going to replace it. And there's the turbo your mother warned you about. All right, guys. Well, as you can see, the big turbo is on. I need to make a new up pipe for it. I got all the stuff for that today. I got a stainless U-bend or J-bend, and I got the V-band for this. I need to order a 3.5 inch V-band for that. They didn't have one over at Super Duty where I get my stuff. Get the turbo cleaned up, and then I put the front bumper on so we can check the fitment with the new weight plate. And looks like everything's gonna go well. I may end up just making a totally new end tank for the intercooler. I'll just cut that off and then put the outlet on the top. I'll square it right up here. I'll square it off and then put the outlet on the top so it lines up with the turbo outlet, and then it can just V-band together, which would be awesome. I'll just extend the intercooler out and put a V-band right to it, and then we'll work on getting it out that way. This weight plate raised everything up like this much. So I need to extend it out further so the intercooler has something to sit on. And so what I'm gonna do is go ahead and get a piece of 2-inch square tube, lay it inside here, and then just weld it to it. And then I've got surface area from here across under the bumper, and then the intercooler can sit right on top. Then we'll figure out left to right and then what we're gonna do. So that's it for today. It's all the time I had after work. It's getting a little hot out here in the shop. So we're gonna wrap it up for today. Got the bumper back on, got everything kind of mocked in and laid out. So yeah, man, getting ready for Speedfest. So as you can see, guys, Brandon's over here welding on my intercooler, and reason being is this turbo's got a V-band output. So I didn't want to cut this off or slip a boot or anything on there. I went ahead and got the right V-band, the 3.5 inch V-band. We took a 90-degree pipe, cut it, and we're welding it right to the intercooler. So once the intercooler sits on the weight plate here, it'll just sit. The V-band clamp's gonna sit right here, and then no boots, no nothing. So you guys can see over here on the floor, my old turbo used a rubber boot to connect to the intercooler, and it sat awfully close to the header. And I was always worried about it burning, you know, because of the heat right here. This thing gets pretty much red hot when I'm on the two-step. So having that V-band there is essential, and that way there's no clamps. No way that the boost pipe's gonna pop off the intercooler. So we're gonna V-band it here. It's gonna come out this side, and I have to redo all the intercooler piping because I'm going to the bigger manifold. But it's gonna come off of this side, and I think I might V-band it here also. And that way there's only one boot, and it'll be that one on the throttle body. And I'm switching to a 90mm throttle body as well. Currently on a 78mm Skunk 2. Switching up to a 90mm Skunk 2, and it is, it's over here on the manifold. I got the manifold just sitting on this motor. I'm waiting for my 2-liter spacer to come in. That's gonna space the plenum out. Give me more plenum volume, 90mm. Thank you again so much to the guys at Skunk 2 for helping me out with all this stuff. Mr. Lynn, Dave, everybody over there at Skunk 2, Dr. Charles, awesome family over there, and especially my boy Tom for getting me the connection at Skunk. So thanks, guys. And then I've got 2 blocks here now. I think I guys showed you that earlier. I'm going to get all that built for my aluminum rod motor. And we got something kind of special going in that motor also. If you guys know anything about Honda motors, you'll see that there's no VTEC lobes in these cams. That motor is going to be VTEC killer locked. And she should make some jam, boys. What we're going to have to do is change this wastegate. This is an old school tile wastegate. It's a 2-bolt. And the way the wastegate works, there's a valve in here. And what this does is it lets out exhaust pressure out of here to slow down the turbo from spooling. That's how we control the boost. So I don't think it's enough. So what's going to end up happening is this will, what they call boost creep. So we'll open this thing all the way and it'll just keep spooling because it's such a big turbo. So I've got to get a bigger wastegate on there. For reference, guys, I'll show you. This is my old exhaust. And my new exhaust is the one your mother warned you about. All right, guys, we're back over at the shop again today. Wrapping up some wiring on Joe's truck. We've got it just about ready to turn over. We found a couple little issues up front that Weto's going to work out, but he's working on that stuff now. MSD's in. I got the fuse box laid out, and we're going to move a couple things around in here, but we should be able to fire this thing up very, very soon. Joe's over here working on Ricky's car. See, my car's here. And then we got Ricky's car over here. And I got to friggin' hurry up because Ricky's car should not be beating my car. But his car...
I'm involved.
Right. Joe's involved. This shit's going to get done. That's for sure.
That's what we do.
So this thing is coming along really fast. It looks really killer. I can't wait to see it completely done out in the sunlight.
It's going to be cool.
Yeah, cool car. So Joe will have his little VW powered ripper and the truck out this season, which will be cool. Weto's car's back from powder, right? Or on it, it's done, right?
About 80%.
So his car's 80% done. My car's about 80% done. Well, Weto's car's 80% powder coat, and then we got to slime it back together, but that won't take very long. We're all going to have new cars out there this year, boys. So it'll be awesome.
Yes, sir.
Dave Unknown will have Bobby Boucher out there, and...
Yeah, Bobby Boucher.
Yep. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. The next couple videos are going to be me jumping back and forth from San Lomo to here. And I'm also doing my regular job in the daytime. I've got to finish getting those cars wired up over there and get Che Vela done. Intercooler's ready to go back on. And then we're going to figure out whether or not to V-band the other side. But guys, the desert season is coming up fast. October's going to be here before you know it. It's going to start getting cold. So if you guys want to stay warm, grab yourself a Dunatic sweatshirt over at thedunatic.com. All of our merch is in stock and ready to ship. That's thedunatic.com if you want to help support the channel. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you give us a like and a subscribe. We'll see you in the next video.